to understanding ourselves. With the help of DISC, we can understand better why we think and act in a certain way. Only then can we identify the methods by which we can further improve ourselves. We often hear people saying that someone has bad personality, but DISC tells us that there is no such thing as bad personality, only mature and immature the personalities. DISC tells us that there is no need for us to change our inherent personality because it is often hard or even impossible for people to change their personality as they were born that way. People act and think in a certain way because of their DISC type and by learning to control the extremities of each personalities. We can improve the quality of life in the same way by identifying and understanding the DISC personality of others, and we can better accept the way they are because we are aware of their way of thinking. From my personal experience, I discovered that DISC is very helpful to be a very efficient communication tool for helping me improve my own personal relationship with people, and they are huge, the positive differences as compared to before I got to know the DISC. It helps me eliminate the conflicts, misunderstandings, and bitterness toward the others. DISC is divided into two parts, active and passive types. The differences between the active and passive types is the source from which their energy is derived. Active type derived is from the desire to be in the thick of the action, whereas the passive type derives it from desire to have more quality time with themselves. In the upper part, we have the active types, which includes the people who tends to be more drawn into interaction with other people. And these people, they are more introverted and outgoing as they like to be out there interacting with the others. The active types tend to be optimistic in their views and involved in all activities as they are decisive, fast-paced, and like to be in the thick of action. And on the flip side, we have the bottom part who are the passive types. Passive types tend to be introverted and more reserved in their behaviors. They have a realistic view of life and are usually more withdrawn as they do not like to be in the center of action. Passive types are prone to be slower as they are more analytical and think things through more before they act. DISC can be also divided into two different parts, task-oriented and people-oriented. Task-oriented people are more focused on the task at hand, whereas people-oriented people tends to care more about their relationship with the people that are interacting with them. On the left side, we have the task-oriented people They are more focused on structure and methods of doing things. They tend to plan ahead, have a program on hand, and be involved in projects and place huge importance on the process. On the right-hand side, we have people-oriented people who focus more on feelings and emotions and personal touch. They are more caring, they tend to share more, place more importance on relationships, and are more influenced by emotions. Let us talk about the example of salespersons selling a product to a potential customer. So if the customer is task-oriented, the way to go will be to outline the future of the product, its function and the process of usage, and the way it can have a positive benefit to the customers. But if the customer is people-oriented, the better approach will be to have more of a personal touch, share some touching stories, and how the products appealing to the customer sense of the relationship. Let us now analyze each personality of DISC individually. D-type personality, or the driver personality. It is represented by the animals. Lion. Lion is a dominate the animals. And D-type of personality tend to try to be dominant in all situations, direct in their approach, without any consideration for other people's feelings. They're very decisive in their actions, in their desire for fast-paced result, and demanding of others in the desire to get result. They are looking to challenges themselves the more than any other types. When D-type are under pressures, they tend to react by being even more demanding. They're quick to anger, very intense in their behavior, and bossy in their trying to get things done in their way. Factors which will irritate them are weakness, indecisiveness, and the laziness in others. They are irritated by people who lack self-discipline, sense of purpose, authority, or desire for challenges. To improve their approach, D-types need to seek peace more. They need to relax a little bit, think more before reacting, have more self-control, and have more patience with others, be more loving, friendly, loyal, and more sensitive to other people's their needs.